Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and I hope that you're having a fantastic Friday afternoon. Now, radio and TV personality Sechaba G has taken the broadcast industry by storm with her bubbly personality and undeniable style. It's no wonder why she's an icon to just so many. Not only does she shine in her career, but she looks amazing too. When it comes to strong, successful women, she really sets the benchmark. Now, connect with us online if you've got any questions for Sechaba. Tweet us at Afternoon Chats using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. Welcome, Sechaba G.
With that kind of an intro, can I just camp here for the rest of my life? Thank you very much.
Well, that one you'd be doing us a huge favor because you are definitely a woman of many talents. You are, you know, one of the strongest personalities that the South African entertainment industry has seen, and you do it so effortlessly with such grace.
Oh, wow.
I mean, how does that feel to look back at the career that you've had, being radio, television? I mean, you've just been commissioned for another season.
Of season 20, actually.
Season 20.
Yes. So I first have to replay that in my mind. Season 20 of such a dynamic show, a show that is going to be enabling me to have progressive conversations with amazing women. We're going to be pushing the boundaries. We're going to be taking the 21st century woman into the next 20 years. So I love the fact that we get to represent every single type of woman with Motswako, and I'm excited to be part of season 20. It's crazy to even say that.
I love that. And you know that song, I'm every woman.
Well, hello.
Yeah, it's all in you, baby girl, because I think that, you know, even being a mother on top of everything that you do, holding down your hubby, being a wife, being that support structure and system, is it easy for you to flip between all the different roles that you play in your life and still have such a strong business acumen?
Palesa, I'd be lying if I said it's easy. I think I don't want to lie to other women out there who are very career-driven, but also want to get married and start a family, or not get married but start a family. It's a matter of understanding that you need to flow with things. A very good friend of mine said something that, sorry, the minute you asked me that, I thought about it. And we talked about it because we're both moms and we're both career women. It's not necessarily about balance. It's about understanding that there's a flow. There'll be good times. There'll be bad times. There'll be times where you feel like you're thriving in your career, and there'll be times where the mom guilt kicks in. But there'll be times where you just have to count the blessings, have to count the positive moments, and accept that you're doing the best that you can.
You are. Everyone says that it's kind of like cyclical, where when one thing isn't really the priority, the other thing is, and that circle keeps moving round. But you have had such an outstanding career. When you look back right now and you see where you are in life, is this it for you? Do you feel like, okay?
I'm sorry to chip in. I got excited.
Go through.
Because there's just still so much that I want to do. I've been off radio for 2 years. I miss it terribly. Motswako was my debut on television, but I feel like there's still so much that I need to do. There's still so much learning that I need to sort of experience. So there's loads more. I want to add entrepreneurship to my role as well. I want to add philanthropy to my role. And I know we start small, but yeah, to answer your question, there's loads that I want to do. We'd need like a little more than the time that we have. But yeah, I still feel like there's lots I'm going to do. People need to watch out.
I love that answer because it's showing that you are determined. It doesn't matter time, opportunity, you're just going for it. And 2020 looks really, really bright for you.
Ooh, I'm excited.
You're based up in Johannesburg now. You used to be in Cape Town. So you seem to be traveling the country and taking every opportunity as it comes. If you were to look back and say career highlights, what would they be?
Career highlights was trusting a station manager at a university station when I was doing a school tour in Matric, who said to me, babe, try radio.
Wow.
Give this career some thought. And I really, honestly, and genuinely think you'll do very well. Trusting him and going back home. I didn't think it was a thing. I didn't think I could pursue it as a career. But I actually went home, and people think it's crazy, but I knocked on the door of a community radio station. And I said, can I sit and camp and just watch the presenters do what they do? No pay, nothing, for weeks.
I just want to observe.
Observe. Nothing but observe. And I think that's the thing with our generation. We want immediacy. We're so obsessed with immediate results. And unfortunately, having done radio for 10+ years, there's absolutely no such thing. So trusting my instincts. Motswako, season 19, my TV debut was also a highlight.
I think you've got so much on your list. It's crazy. But this is interesting to me that one of your highlights, and the one that springs to mind, is not one where you won an award. It's not one where you're rubbing shoulders with the who's who. It's something that happened in the foundation phase of your life where you saw a gem of an experience and you've made that now something that keeps you inspired moving forward?
Because those moments led me to my calling. So I need to keep remembering them, if you know what I mean.
Trust is everything in this career, trusting yourself and trusting your journey in it. How have you found your walking day to day? I mean, we always have these conversations offline, whereas, you know, it's not easy and some things surprise you, but some things you're like, oh, I slid over that quite simply, and that was kind of comfortable for me. That was a soft landing. What surprises have you found along the way?
My surprises are that it's not as glamorous as it seems, it's not as smooth sailing as it seems, and it's not as easy as it seems. So back to the conversation of us wanting things to come freely, to come easily, to come frequently. I think once you put in the work, follow your calling, be consistent and work so hard, you end up reaping the rewards. So I think for me, what has surprised me is my consistency, because I tend to get bored very easily. But I've been pushing this and I can't, I close my eyes for a second and I'm like, do you picture yourself doing anything else? And the answer till this day is no.
That is true purpose and passion. And when the two come together, something so beautiful happens. Magic happens, as we've seen. Now, I also have to find out from you, you know, having such a busy schedule, a lot of us can't find or rather fit in self-care time to sit back and be like, okay, Palesa needs to feed herself, whether it's her skin, whether what's going in her stomach, before you have to give out to others. How do you find that self-care time?
You're talking to a mom of two, so it's literally time that I have to schedule and I have to be pedantic about it. But I think for me, I have my husband and my kids. My youngest is a year plus now. So I'm still getting around the fact that I'm raising a toddler and a 7-year-old. So yeah, when the little one's napping and my oldest is at school, I'll be doing the peels when I can do the peels, hydrating, minding my own business. Standard.
Drink water, stay moisturized, and mind your own business.
And I have me time. I am quite selfish in that regard. I do believe a cup of coffee by myself or a spa date by myself where I just have a facial and a massage. Me time is crucial, so yeah.
I know, I can just also slide in some of my experiences with me time. My best self-care is Sunday. Sunday self-care. I sit down. I am so obsessed with this Afriderm product that this brand is just changed my entire life.
You're looking amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Share your secrets.
She actually, it's so funny that you say that because Sechaba was like, Palesa, what are you doing, girl? There's this glow about you. Well, the secret is officially out the bag. I'm using this incredible product called Afriderm. When you're talking about hydration, when you're talking about cleansing, when you're talking about getting out those impurities and putting back health and wellness back into my skin, I mean, from their one-step cleanser to their magical micellar water, talking about magic again, it truly does create wonders. So I know and I feel exactly what you go through on the day, the daily. It's so important. And I know with what we find is that we've got a lot of makeup on us.
From time to time when we have shoots. So I try by all means that if I'm not doing something where I need to have a full face beat or makeup, just keep it natural.
Keep it natural.
Keep it natural.
I love that. And what helps keeping it natural, making sure that the health is taken care of, is good quality products. I can't mention that enough. Now, we do have some questions for you coming through from social media. And we've got our first question here from, I am Miss Kimi on Twitter, who asked, hey, everybody. Hey, girl. Sechaba, how did you get into the industry and what practical advice can you give others wanting to get in? And they use that hashtag Afternoon Express.
All right. In terms of getting into the industry? So I literally went to a show. I went to a show and it was the Grahamstown Arts Festival. What happened is I actually fell ill the time I arrived and we ended up having to reshuffle my schedule. Accidentally ended up in a radio workshop, got in. I was like, what is going on? And that's when I think throughout the course of the workshop, the station manager came through and said, I think you should pursue this. So it was accidental for me, but I think if you know it's what you want to do, try pursue something. If you're in university, do your research with regards to university stations. If you stay in a town somewhere, Google where your community radio stations are, ask to see the relevant people and start from the bottom. Do not expect immediate results. That's what I can say.
Time and time again, it sounds like this popcorn generation, this microwave generation, wanting things to be instantaneous is not the way to go. If you want longevity and if you want success, definitely you have to commit, you have to invest in yourself and make sure you have the knowledge. So thank you for that piece of advice. We've got a question here from Shireen Adams. He says, hi, Sechaba, how did you manage everything in your life when it comes to your career and your personal life?
Support, consistency, hard work, and also understanding that certain things are your calling. So when it is your calling, you have absolutely no choice but to pursue it relentlessly and to give it your all. But support does play a massive role. I don't think I'd be where I am without the support system that I have.
Never think that you're an island. No. You cannot do it all by yourself, and you can't be everything to everyone. Thank you so much for being the incredible woman that you are to us here at Afternoon Express.
I love you guys.
Being part of our family. You've already promised us not to move a muscle. So, Joburg, it's too late. She's staying in Cape Town. Thank you so much, girl. Now, Sechaba has definitely made her mark in broadcasting arena and still maintains a balanced personal life and an incredible mother and wife. Her remarkable resilience is carried across through all these many different platforms. Ambitious, strong, and ready to push the boundaries. This is Sechaba Gs, and may she continue to move and inspire others.
Thank you so much for having me. This was lovely. Love you.
You're beautiful. Love the shade of your skin. An all-in-one solution for beautiful skin.